Welcome back, my wasted youth. This is Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. When last we left our intrepid hero, we had come back to the gaming center, and we were just about to finish off buying all the coins we need so that we can actually buy that Porygon. Yeah, sitting at the slot machines for that long was just way too taxing and far too frustrating, and I just didn't want to do it. So in this case, hi. Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Oh, you know what? I would love some. Thank you. Right, so there we go. There is our 9,999 coins. That's all we can get. So now we will just go back and buy that Porygon. Perfect. So now, all we gotta do is go and buy the Porygon. But first, what we're going to do is check to see what other Pokemon they actually have. Okay, what have you got? Well, you know, we have an Abra. And Vulpix and Wigglytuff we can get. So I'm not really too worried about that. So I'm going to say no thank you. Now you are in my way, so I'm going to go over here. And, of course, well, now, TM50 is Substitute. That's very good. You might want to go with that. TM15 is Hyper Beam. I'm not going to do it just because it is one of those two-turn moves. It does a massive amount of damage, but then it misses a turn. For me, I don't think it's good for the way I play. And TM23 is Dragon Rage. And what that will do is it will hit for 40 HP no matter what. I'm not going to go with that. By the time we are in the position we are now, 40 HP is really small. So I'm just going to say forget it. But you know what? Thank you very much. Okay, now you are in my way. You gotta move, Jack. Thank you very much. So now we can get one of these. Well, you know, we've got a Scyther. We even have a Pinsir. So, what we're looking for is this Porygon. I'm definitely gonna take it. Of course I will. And there we go. We have Porygon. No, I do not want to give. That's fine. So we're gonna send it to the Pokemon Box 9 on the PC. Now, as we get out of here, I will say, hey man, what is Porygon? Available only at the Celadon City Game Corner, Porygon is a normal type that does not evolve. At first glance, this one looks really lame, but it has great HP and good defense. Unfortunately, everything else is really lackluster. At level 1, it's got Tackle, Sharpen, and Conversion, which is massive. It lets you change your type into that of the attacker. So, for example, he could change into a fighting type if he was fighting a Machoke. Now, unfortunately, his disadvantage is to fighting types, and he really has no offensive advantage to anything. Well, Porygon's name is based on the word polygon. The Japanese word for polygon is Porygon. So it's directly inspired from the Japanese name. And just like that, what we're going to do now is we are going to go to Pidgeot and we are going to fly. Well, where are we going to fly? The best spot we can fly right now is Vermilion City. Now, why would we do that? Well, fact is, there's actually one more Pokemon we haven't even seen yet. And we do want, we would like 3 of them. And the reason we'd like 3 is we're going to trade one of them away. So, what we have to do, and this is the trick, it isn't just fishing for it. This one, we actually have to surf. We have to be out on the water, and that is the only way this thing will show up. So now all we have to do is just swim back and forth until it attacks us. This is the only spot in Pokemon Yellow where you are going to find this particular Pokemon. So now it's just a matter of waiting until it attacks us. Absolutely perfect. Now, I don't know if that's the only Pokemon you're going to find if you surf, but hey, it's here. So, now, of course, we're in the exact same position as before. Lapras is just going to use Confuse Ray. Psyduck is going to be confused, and of course it's going to hurt itself in the confusion. That's great. So now I am just going to sit back and play the Poke Flute and let Psyduck do the damage. confused no more. That's kind of no good, but that's okay. So we're just going to go right back to confuse ray and let Psyduck hurt itself. Its damage is not going to do anything to us. So all we're going to do is just continue to use confuse ray on it and let that go. Now with this one, I am actually going to switch Pokemon out. And what I'm going to do is switch into Venusaur, who can also use Leech Seed. And that will take away more of Psyduck's HP, which is perfect. I mean, really, that's all we want. So, Leech Seed, and enemy Psyduck does not evade it, so now it's confused, it does whatever it does, and it's still going to lose HP, which is perfect. And now we switch back into Lapras, just in case Psyduck is no longer confused. Oh, there you go. Check that out. And so, just like that, we are going to use Confuse Ray one more time. Psyduck is confused. It hurt itself in the confusion. That's perfect. I'm actually going to let it hurt itself one more time. So I'm going to play the Poke-Flute again. And it's confused, and it will hurt itself, and now we're going to catch it. So let's see, we should be able to. We are using Ultra Balls. So, can we catch this Psyduck? Yes, we can. Absolutely perfect. Hey, that's great. Okay, so now we have a Psyduck, and no, we are not going to rename it. Well, you know what? Now that we've actually caught it, what is a Psyduck? Psyduck is a water type that evolves into Golduck at level 33. Now this one has completely mediocre stats and really doesn't learn anything worthwhile at all till level 43. Well, at level 1 it's got Scratch, at 28 it has Tail Whip, at 31 it has Disable, and at 36 it has Confusion. It can learn TMs like Blizzard and Dig, as well as HMs like Surf and Strength, so it can really kick some butt later on. Exclusive to Generation 1, there is something called an Amnesia Psyduck. Now, for that, you need to play through Pokemon Stadium. That's the only way to unlock it, but you can only get it for Generation 1. It is a disadvantage to Electric and Grass types, and an offensive advantage to Fire, Ground, and Rock types. Well, its name is a little bit confusing. See, it is a duck, and it does look completely psychotic. So, Psyduck. Or maybe it's just got a tendency toward psychic attacks. Who knows? While you were watching that bio, I ended up catching 2 more Psyducks. Hey, perfect, man. That's exactly what we wanted. Now, there are still 2 more things that we need to, or would like to do in this city. One of them is actually surf right here. So we jump back on Lapras, and we go down to this square right there. And if we hit search, what are we going to find? Hey, where is it? There it is. We got a max ether and I was 1 square off. That's okay. So now all I really want to do is go into the PC to show you our next set of Pokemon for us. So let's go in. And now we're just going to go up to the Pokedex and take a look at everything that we have. Now, I've shown all the way up to Butterfree, so the next 3 in line are the Weedle family, and we can't get those in Pokemon Yellow without trading. And since we can't trade, this is an emulator, we can't get those anyway. So what we're looking for now is a Pidgey, a Pidgeotto, a Pidgeot, Rattata, Raticate, and I'm going to show you Fearow. And the reason I'm doing that is next time I'll come back and show you Spearow. Because things can evolve between games, but they won't be able to unevolve. This way you'll be able to you'll be able to be sure that I've caught both. So, in doing that, here is what we've got. We have got our Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, a Rattata, Raticate, and our Fearow. Now, like I did last time, I'm going to show you them individually, and that way you know I'm not just catching the same one and just renaming it to try and trick you. Yeah, I know, it seems kind of stupid to me too, but this way we can all be sure and we can all sleep at night. And there's our Ratata, and our Raticate, and of course, our Fearow. And so now, just like that, now it is time that we actually put our regular party back together and take off to our next location. And it isn't a new location. We have to revisit because I wasn't paying attention. Now, this isn't actually our normal party. The difference now is that we actually have Sandshrew in the party. Now, it isn't really that important that we, well, in this case, yeah, it is. Sandshrew is kind of necessary for where we need to go next. We need to go back to the old power plant. Now, why would we need to do that? Well, it would probably help if I'm going the right way. See, while we were in the power plant, we were attacked by quite a number of things. And one of the things that we had random encounters with was a Voltorb. But, you know, I don't ever remember catching a Voltorb. I know we ran into several that were kind of supposed to be there. But I don't for a moment think we actually caught one. And I checked the Pokedex to make sure, and no, we hadn't. So what that means is now we actually have to go back to the power plant and catch ourselves a couple of Voltorbs. So, yeah, okay, I mean, we can do that. And it isn't really that far out of the way, but it really should have been done the first time we were there. I just made a mistake. And I guess that happens. Can't say I'm pleased about it, but it'll work. So now all we've got to do, just like last time, is come all the way over here and use Lapras and Surf. And just like that, we are now in the water and we are on the way to the old abandoned power plant. Perfect. Now, in all of this, we are still going to be attacked by Muck and by Grimer and by Electrode and by, Magnemite and Magneton. But we are still okay, and in that first fight, what did I learn? I learned do not use an Ice Beam on a Voltorb. Well, that's okay. Now I know. But hey, perfect. The second fight is a Voltorb as well, and it's a lower level Voltorb. Okay, so let's do a bit of a change up here. Let's jump into Pikachu, and we are just going to use Swift over and over and over. And that's fine. See, Thunder isn't going to really do that much damage, but Swift might actually do just enough. I am actually going to throw the Pokeball right now, and hopefully we'll catch this thing. And if we do, we can get out of here very quickly. Hey, perfect. Could not have been better. So what have we learned today, kids? We have learned do not use Ice Beam on a Voltorb. It will faint. Okay. No, I don't want to. Hey, that's great, man. And, excuse me, now just like that, we are completely done with this power plant. So, let's get out of here and head to our next destination, which is, believe it or not, Seafoam Island. Hey, that's okay. We are almost not on Cinnabar. We want to go to Fuchsia City and then right on to Seafoam Island. See, now, this way we can actually defeat that one remaining trainer that we've got, as well as definitely catch one of the 4 remaining Pokemon that we've got. Yeah, that's it. So, we're going to jump on Lapras and Surf all the way down. Now, if we get really lucky, we will be able to find that Horsey right here. Or, excuse me, that Staryu right here. We may be able to find it on the way. It's very rare that you will find it on the way, but it is possible that you can. So it doesn't look like we're going to, but you know, that's okay. We will also find it in the bottom water levels of Seafoam Island. And before we do that though, we also have this one trainer to deal with, as well as finding 2 completely missed hidden items. But that's all the time we have for this episode. This has been Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. Thanks for watching. Till next time.